Yeah, I'm excited. I'm doing what are your changes? Do you change the recipe at all from how it's written?
No,
Oh,
no.
see, I'm gonna use kale, not spinach, because I don't know, I like it a little more
Okay.
um
Yeah. I wonder if you could use farro instead of rice.
oh, I bet you could. I'm using
Um,
wild rice, so I'm halfway there.
You're using what rice?
Wild rice.
Oh, wild. Oh, hmm.
Halfway
Okay.
there.
I put in farro because I had some.
Oh, and
And
how far along are you?
I just added the farro.
Okay, well, Joyce is
Because some
cute.
of the stuff, the onions and all that stuff takes a long time, so I often start like a little early.
Me
Yeah.
too. And then I find I'm 2/3 of the way done by the time people sign on.
I discovered that the arborio that we had is not really good anymore, so we're using farro.
Oh,
Good, because we're excited. We were just wondering about that, so we're glad you're
Yeah, I'm
doing
sure it would be good.
how
good.
did you figure out that the rice wasn't any good?
You know, can you get it's in a little plastic jar,
Yeah.
and I saw that we had it, but I really didn't check it until 5 minutes ago. And it's one of these.
Yeah,
And so I opened it and it doesn't smell, it smells like rancid.
yeah.
Ooh.
I wonder, I was
It's not
thinking,
terrible, but I thought, oh, this is not good. We can't use this.
yeah, I was thinking when I opened my plastic thing like that, but of the wild rice today and put it in the pantry, I kind of feel like I should put it in the refrigerator now that it's open. What do you think?
Huh.
How
Why
old,
not?
how long had your rice been sitting around? Julie, do you have any idea?
Oh, this I have no idea. But I mean, it says best by 2025, but it's already open, so
Must have just been the heat or something crazy.
Yeah.
I really don't know. But it's fine, and we'll just compost it and use farro.
Perfect. Terry Sirota, we're excited to see you before the big day later this week. I know. Good. Let us know how you're doing, okay? You still have a freezer full?
No, my husband delivered all my soups that I had on last Thursday.
So, but you were supposed to be stocking up for you.
I do. Oh, yeah. I have a freezer full for me, but
Good.
to be
Okay.
delivered. Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have emergency deliveries going over there.
Depending on how I like the soup, I may keep all of this batch.
Yeah. Good.
And add some chicken to it.
Yeah, that's a good.
Absolutely. Welcome back, Denise. Good to see you.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. We missed having you cooking with us, even though I know you were there.
It's good to be back.
Good. All right, guys, we're making lemon rice soup today. We've got all kinds of changes that people are trying. Julie's using farro. I'm using wild rice. I'm using kale, not spinach. What else is going on? Anybody else doing anything fun and different? Marge must be. What are you doing, Marge?
I'm trying to keep the cat off the table, is what I'm
Throw the cat right in there. Oh, we've got Holly joining us today. Holly, we've missed you. How are you?
Rita's waving to everyone.
Oh, hi, Rita.
Rita's now going to get down on the floor where she belongs. If I leave the chair out, she can actually jump to the chair. This is an old cat, so she can't jump very high. Anyway, I also use some wild rice because I didn't have enough regular rice and I had an open bag. So I'm going to use that with the white rice and kale because great minds think alike.
There you go. All right. Let me ask this of all of you great minds. They want a lot of lemon juice. I don't see any good reason. And I said that once when I was making stock and I threw the lemon rinds in my stock and it ruined the stock. So there are good reasons that Deb Lang often doesn't keep in mind. Any reason why I can't grate my rind and put some of the rind in this soup for extra little lemon zest?
I think 3 lemons is a lot of lemons. So I was thinking I would use I have 1 lemon that I'm going to use, and then I was going to add just juice from the bottle to taste. My husband doesn't like things when they get too lemony. I don't know, when it's overpowering. So.
All right. So
I like the idea of zest. I've been doing that now that that I figured out how nice lemon zest is. I add it to recipes. If it calls for the juice, I'm like, oh, they want lemon flavor. I'll give them lemon flavor. And I put in the zest as well. Yeah.
All right, good. That gave me confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Holly on her lemons.
I'm on it.
All right, let's do this, ladies.
You know, Deb, the other thing I'm thinking of doing is adding another can of cannellini beans because my husband doesn't like liquidy soup. So I think if I add another can, it'll make it, because right now I only have half the broth in and it's, you know, it's liquidy.
You already purified the beans before you
Yeah.
added it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've got a lot more beans in mine than they called for. Not that it's wouldn't be, good, even more brothy, but I always go heavy on the beans.
Yeah. I think I'm going to add another can, maybe 2 more cans. We'll see how it's going.
And you're going to purify it before you put it in, right? Or you're
Oh,
going to add
absolutely.
whole
Yeah,
beans?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool. Good. Julie and oh, hi, Hannah. Julie and Joyce, who are like halfway through. What's your feeling on the amount of beans?
I think you could add more because I put in the 3 cans. I did the immersion blender and it doesn't look like super thick. I think you
Okay.
could definitely add more.
Good.
I had 2 questions.
Yes.
The printed recipe, well, I printed it. It says 4 bay leaves, but I like to go back to the original recipe often to just see stuff.
How we
And if
messed
you
up.
do-
Yeah.
And it just says 9 bay leaves. So just wondering
Isn't that crazy?
any,
I think that I probably have to assume when I did this a year ago, I went 9 bay leaves. What are they kidding? And I just inadvertently, just said, all right, 4. That seems like a lot. That's what I'm doing. I think that was on me. So it's up to you. If I were you, I'd go with what they say because everyone's, kind of more attention to detail than I am. But I just thought 9 seemed crazy.
it does seem like a lot.
And plus, we always have this running question, do bay leaves matter? And nobody's really been able to come up with the definitive answer. So, oh, Julie is cleaning out the pantry today. All right, Betsy, tell us everything. Everyone, Betsy's daughter just got married 2 days ago. We get to hear all about it. Nope, you're on mute. We can't hear anything about it.
I was asleep and David said, when does your soup start? And I thought, because I still haven't prepped anything. It was.
Aww. That you can't even tell us says it all.
It was everything that they wanted. It was beautiful. And it was Saturday. So rain on Friday, as we know, rain on Sunday and Saturday.
Well, that's a fabulous start to a long life together. I'm so happy. That's great.
It was just what they wanted and both very traditional and very personal. And they did something that I had not seen before at a Jewish wedding, but it was just lovely. So at the beginning, there is a time when the bride is singing in one area, the groom is in another one, theoretically studying Torah, but drinking and eating with his buddies. And then people come by the bride to get blessings, to give greetings, it was just so intimate and lovely. And it was kind of a gentle way to start this, and without like a big rush of drama or, bride arriving. And then it just, everything about it was just Very
Oh,
personal,
I
intimate. So,
love to hear that.
we just got pictures and they're exquisite. And every time, and I will just finish with this, every time Caroline looked at herself in the mirror, she would start crying.
Oh.
I never thought I could look this way. And this is like, a doctor, a surgeon, this and that, an ardent feminist. And she's like, oh my God, here I am doing this. Anyway, so thank you so much for asking, Deb, and allowing me to share.
Oh,
my
but
kind of-
show us that picture that makes her, is that what you're doing with your hands? Do you have pictures?
No,
there?
I'm like picking up the
okay.
celery.
Show us that celery.
My celery. Oh my God, how exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
Where did she get married?
A place up in Frederick County called Glen Ellen Farm. It's in
Okay.
Iamsville, just kind of east,
I know where Iamsville
yeah,
is. I've
of
been there many
Frederick.
times.
And it's a beautiful garden setting, and it was exquisite, and
Yeah.
it's just and every kind of all these very type A vendors who like getting, blah blah blah. It all sort of fell together. The flowers were beautiful here.
Show us a
Some
picture.
leftover flowers.
Oh, nice.
And
Was it outside?
it was outside, and the only challenge was Steve, the groom, has three brothers, and one of them, they live in Palo Alto, and his wife's due date was Saturday.
Oh God.
So he took and so they at first kind of thought that they'd induce labor, would have the baby before, and that didn't really take. So he decided he was going to take the red eye on Friday night. He arrived Saturday morning and was there for the wedding, and then flew back Sunday at 6 a.m. and the baby was born this morning.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yay.
A little, we were all a little stressed out, and we said, you don't have to come. It's fine. Don't do this. Don't do this. And he came, and it was just fine.
That was very efficient of them. They did a good job.
Yeah, it all worked out beautifully.
Great.
Okay.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much, Marjorie.
Did they go on a honeymoon?
They are in Tuscany now. So
Nice.
yeah, so they'll be there for a week before they have to go back to work. So it's all good. And we're happy. We're floating.
Is he a doctor?
They're both yeah.
also?
Yeah, he's an MD, but also a PhD, and is still doing postdoc work on research, and probably will go into development issues. But he has a clinical. He has a side gig at Beth Israel in Boston until he figures out the other side of what he wants to do. And Caroline is going to start a fellowship in pediatric and adolescent gynecology at Boston Children's. So that'll be good.
Oh, wow.
Underachievers, total underachievers.
Exactly. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me share. And now I will start cleaning my, doing my prep. Olivier would be horrified. So here we go.
Exactly.
What do people think about adding the lemon juice? I was reading that often you might want to add it towards the end and not have it exposed to too much heat. But then on here, I mean, that's just one thing. And then on here it says to add some, and then later on to add remaining. I don't know if I even noticed that.
Oh, yeah. I'm only noticing it because you're pointing it out, and you did it at the right time. I only put in 1/2 a lemon so far. Let's do it that way. You've just told us.
I squeezed the lemon, and I didn't add it yet because I thought, and I was looking it up, that maybe it's better to add it at the end.
I think that the recipe is confirming that. Let's do it that way. Just a little bit now and the rest later.
Or do you think, what would be the reason for adding a little bit now?
I don't know. Recipe says it. You're making a good point there too. I don't know, maybe to like let it cook into the beans a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would do that.
What we should do is institute a post KindSoup cooking happy hour where everybody brings a little taster of their soup together and I'll bring the wine, and everybody tastes everybody's. And when we have written out there the weird things that everyone tried, so we can make some decisions on these instead of always just kind of going, I don't know, we'll do it this way. I don't know, we'll do it that way. Who's in? Excellent.
There's wine. You know I'm going to be there for wine.
You're so easy.
I am.
Deb, can you let me share my screen?
Yes, that would be fantastic.
And let me see if I can do this.
Okay, 1 second. You're on.
I'm not sure how I can do this.
Do you have it on your desktop?
Not yet.
Okay.
The drama is building.
Yeah, she knows how to like hold her attention, huh?
Oh no, this is not working.
Ah,
Send it to me, Betsy. Text it to me.
Okay, well, okay, let me,
yeah.
Because now Joyce and I are not taking no for an answer.
Are we
Right.
are we covering the pot?
I am,
Yeah,
because I
think
have
because
that
the
wild
rice.
rice. Huh?
Yeah. I was
And
thinking because of
the
the rice.
reason I think we want to cover it is we've got that thick stuff in there. It's not a thin broth. And when I went for my first stir, the bottom was like taking a little time to get up. So I'm going to
Okay.
cover the pot.
Well, I'm wondering if I'm going to add more liquid, but we're going to wait because, we don't, I did add 1 can of beans. We don't want to upset David. We do want to feed him. We want him to be happy. So he'll let me get a dog. He's at the point now where he's allowing me to show him pictures of dogs.
All
So
right, you're halfway there.
I am. And I actually applied for a dog this weekend, but they told me that it wasn't available. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Wait, can you see it big or little?
Little. It's just.
Yeah,
we
hold
see-
on. Let's see if we can make this bigger.
There. Oh my goodness. That's wonderful. It's not taking up the whole screen, but it's nice.
He is gorgeous. Betsy, where are you?
Beautiful.
Oh
I'm
my
here.
God, look at how gorgeous that daughter of yours is.
And
They look
Oh.
happy. Don't they look happy?
So he looks giddy, right? They look happy.
yeah,
It's that it was so good that it rained on Friday because all the green was popping, and their flowers with that green backdrop is absolutely gorgeous.
the venue was just exquisite and it all kind of, it worked. So I just sent another one to you, Deb.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yep. There they are.
Now they're giddy. I thought they were giddy before. Look at that venue.
Can you make that one bigger?
I don't
that's
think.
really.
The bottom one?
Hold on.
Is he tall or is
Or is she short?
daughter short?
6'7".
Oh my goodness.
She was wearing some crazy heels.
Oh,
I don't know why it just left. I tried. Oh, I think I know why. Hold on. There we go. Here we go. You got it now, Marge?
No, I don't have, we can't see your screen anymore.
You can't?
No.
Oh,
I
sorry.
lost your screen. I just see. all the-
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. That's lovely.
Oh.
Just lovely.
David looks a little broken up in the front row there.
So the joke was the rabbi is 8 months pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And she said, so my vision is like, I'm going to go into labor at the wedding. Caroline will flip back her veil and deliver the baby. And I said, no, not in that dress. That's not happening.
That
So
was
she
beautiful.
lasted.
Oh my goodness, that's fabulous. Thank you for sharing.
That's
Well,
just
thank
great.
you for allowing me to share. Really, very
You
sweet.
wouldn't have done- we wouldn't have let you do otherwise. Okay. Holly, how's your mom doing?
Shredded chicken. Oh. She's doing great. Honestly, it's been amazing. And, it takes a village. We've got a lot of support. As a matter of fact, she just went to like Friday night dinner with a group of ladies in the community at one of their houses. And, several have lost their husbands. Several are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, up to 80s.
Wow.
And I when I heard that, I was jealous. I'm like, can I go? It sounded so great. The cocktails and the photos she took, everybody was just so joyful, and it just made me feel so good, because it's hard. It's not always all about me, entertaining her and keeping her happy, healthy and all. So that was really good. So that's the good news. That was last week, and I'll bring her for Mother's Day. And actually, I have to do, as soon as I'm done, we're going to go see La Boheme at the Kennedy Center that afternoon.
Oh, nice.
I have to jump and get some tickets. So I thought that would be a lovely afternoon of, smiles and tears.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it should be nice. So all good.
Is she still your biggest soup fan?
She's getting this soup, but last time I made it, she, ate it for a while. And this time she asked if I could switch out the rice and put in a pasta. So I think
perfect, right?
I'm doing orzo. Yeah, I just ran to the store. I got some orzo. Sorry, I had to turn off the buzzer, but I'm going to give it a try.
I think it'd be great with orzo, and it's soft, and everybody loves orzo. Exactly.
I mean, this will just, be, I think for her, just a more familiar flavor. So I'm excited. That'd be great. I'll let you know how the orzo goes. Maybe we can mix it up the third time we do this.
Exactly.
I love this. When I saw you chose this one again, I was thrilled.
Oh, good.
It's such a delicious soup. So I may make half with rice and half with pasta.
Do you cook in 2 pots every week?
No, right now I'm thinking I should pull another one. So that might be a good idea. But this is all going to go either to my mom or to me. I'm not going to give her. So she's got a mahjong game coming up, and I thought this would be a good one for her to serve.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
And, have like spanakopita with it or something, fun finger food.
Fun.
Perfect.
So yeah. And my new thing is that we're learning how to play mahjong. She's giving us tutorials.
Oh, that's fun. What, you and your kids?
No, me and a couple of friends and Deb, anybody else interested, once we figure out how to play and what the card.
You know what? I started learning a couple of years ago. Yeah. So, I'd be like, a good commodity, a good helper.
Well, we're starting at the beginning. We all got our cards for 2023. So studying the 2022 card, and it's done. You can't even use it. It's not. So now I have to start with the next card.
Are you guys going to play online or in person?
Hopefully in person. We're not at that point yet.
Okay. Keep me posted.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
I'm going to do online things so that I can practice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some stories about mahjong, because I play twice a week and I play online all the time just by myself, especially since a new card just came out. The new card is, to me, it's wicked. It's not.
That's what my mother said. She said after, she's been playing for her entire life and she's 89 years old. And she said, this card is a killer. So she's struggling.
Yeah, it's you get used to it, you really do. But we've been playing with it now. I guess we've got it at the end of March, so we've been playing with it for a month.
For a year, yeah.
So there's a site called, I think it's realmahjong.com, and I think it costs about $50 to join it. And you can play by yourself, and the other 3 seats will be a computer.
Yeah,
and one of the things that I have found very interesting is always look at what the other hands are. Look at what the computers are playing, because the computers win hands that you wouldn't think to play. Now, it wouldn't be a big deal for you because you're new, But if they're playing and winning with the hand, it means that the odds of that hand are probably better than you might think. That's
They,
my-
because
Yeah. So,
they're
wait, I have a. Are the
Joyce,
you froze.
Chinese tiles, or has this
Joyce?
been anglicized?
it's with tiles, but I can't,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, mahjong.
yes. What's the
You know,
question?
It's Chinese. Chinese.
It's,
no?
yes, but we don't play
No,
the
this-
Chinese version.
American.
The Chinese version is different from the American version.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
seem to play, I think they play the same hands forever. We get a new card once a year, which is why Holly's mom is complaining about the card. It's
oh,
it's very different from last year's card. I mean, they're always different. You always, the first week or two, you have to adjust to, oh, this isn't a hand anymore.
Right. And it was when it was 2022, everything was lots of twos on the card. And it's changed up this year, you know, and
Well,
like
there's,
they-
the
the fact
dates
that it-
always change.
but she actually won her first round with the new card.
Well,
So
if-
she called me immediately to let me know. She was so excited.
I remember reading the Joy Luck Club, and there was a whole discussion of Chinese versus Jewish mahjong, which was
It's
not
not
knowing
Jewish,
anything
it's
about mahjong
American.
except for the click of the tiles from my grandmother. So could someone explain to me kind of the basics of the game?
Yeah,
ooh, ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
You've got, basically, you've got 4 people playing is the best way to do it. And you've got 3 different suits. Think of them as suits. You have bamboos called bams. You have cracks, which are just characters. And you have dots, which look like dots. And you have numbers 1 through 9 in each suit. So there are 4 of each of those tiles, and you have to make hands that match the card that Holly was just talking about. So you have to match that. In addition to those, you have 8 flowers, and you have winds. You have 4 north, 4 south, 4 east, 4 west. And the card shows hands that are the winning hands, for example, that have to match. You know, you use your tiles to match those things. And a hand may say 1, 2, 3, 4, but it'll say in parentheses any 4 sequential numbers. So there are a bunch of differences in that. It's not a difficult game to learn. It's a difficult game to play well. And some people, including one of my groups, play for money. But they have a $5 cap. If you lose $5, you don't have to pay anyone if you lose any more, unless you get more money. But much as I don't like this card, I'm gonna curse myself here, knock on wood. I have been playing very well on this card. I have won every single week. One week,
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I won over $4 one week. It was like, whoa, which means everyone else is losing. They're gonna throw me in the game.
Yeah, my mother plays at the senior center. She plays in the clubhouse over on the Eastern Shore in her community. Then they do Saturday games when they can get enough people. I mean, and she makes money. She has like her little purse filled with her winnings, and that between that and bingo, you know, she's a busy lady. So lovely. Well, anyway, if we all get good enough, maybe we can do a Kind Works Mahjong game.
I would be happy to do a Kind Works teaching mahjong game where you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
ask questions. If Deb wants to play, ha ha ha,
Yeah,
and you can play and one more person, I'm more than willing to sit down. Someone mentioned the grandmother's mahjong kit. I have my grandmother's mahjong set. Only back then they only had 4 jokers. Now we have 8 jokers. I forgot to mention the jokers. Jokers are very important.
I think that sounds like tons of fun. But Marge, explain this.
Yeah.
If you had a group like Holly's group who's just learning and the new card comes out and it's a bear, why not just use the old card to teach them? And when they're ready to play in public, they'll use the new card.
No. You need to learn the new card, and then next year you need
yeah.
to. You don't want to lose the old card. I mean,
You don't want to spend so much time trying to remember the combinations. So you got to get right to it and start learning. Like that's what my mom said. She said, "Forget the old card. Don't use it. It'll confuse you."
Right,
So,
because one of the biggest problems I'm having now is, so when you're playing for money, well, even when you're playing not for money, you don't want to give mahjong to someone else. But if you give mahjong to someone else and you're playing for money, and it's obvious what the hand is that they're playing, because for whatever reason, you might have to pay for all the other players. So you don't want to get in that situation.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't. And the fact that it's an annoying card doesn't mean that you won't get used to it. And you have to learn the other combinations. So when you see what a person puts up on his wall or wall, whatever, you can tell sometimes what they're playing, or they're playing one of two things. So if you know they need a certain tile, you don't throw it, unless maybe you have two in your hand, in which case you throw it and they'll take it and then they'll put it up with the joker, and then you'll be able to steal the joker. So that's exciting.
Joyce, did you used to play when you lived in Asia?
Yeah, well, actually, when
You keep freezing.
Can't hear you.
the mahjong part, the night before we land, we used all of our money, but my husband won at mahjong. In those days, you needed to pay to leave Hong Kong. So we used the money that he won at mahjong to get out of Hong Kong to go back to the States.
Oh, wow.
He was much better. Yeah, but the problem was, you know, we were playing in Chinese, and
Yeah.
I was kind of challenged. So I was more a clapper and a cheerer on than a player. But
How
the
long did you live
Chinese
there?
really, they take it seriously.
Yeah. How long did you live in China
What?
or Hong Kong? Sorry.
Let me see. Hong Kong, we were there twice. So 5 years there. 3 years Guangzhou, 1 year Beijing, 2 years Taipei. Yeah, about 12 years altogether.
Wow. Amazing.
They were different.
Hannah, you're waving, but you're
really
not
different
speaking. You're on mute. Hannah? Hannah,
Han-
Hannah,
yes.
unmute.
I can't hear you. Hannah, actually.
I have to go.
Oh.
I have to go teach.
Okay.
So
Thank
see
you,
next week.
Hannah. Have a
See you
good
next
week.
Looks
Okay.
If you're teaching mahjong, you should come join us.
To visit us in Burma. Her husband was supposed to be also visiting us, but he had to return to Vietnam from Bangkok because you all remember the My Lai massacre, and he had to cover that. So she came on to Burma and visited us. It was really fun. So she lived in Saigon at that time. I think they lived there for a couple of years.
But you knew her from college.
Right.
Wow, you guys have been overlapping on and off throughout your whole lives. That's so fun.
For sure. But then her husband became a expert in Russia, and my husband was only an expert in China.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I think Bob has written books on Russia too. I mean, because they served in Russia, you know, with the Post. He was the correspondent there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. My soup was a little mucky until I added enough kale. Now it's looking kind of pretty between the carrots and the kale and hopefully the lemons, but it was a little on the brownish side. Maybe it was my beans. Hopefully you guys have a brighter soup.
Deb, did you already talk about the pottery sale at Carol's house?
I did not. Thank you, Betsy. Do you guys on the call all know that on Sunday we're having Glen Echo potters, many of whom are award winning, have donated a bunch of gorgeous pieces, some functional, some just art like, but lots of beautiful pottery for a fundraiser for Kind Work. So it'll be a fun time. Drop in a Bannockburn, a gorgeous Bannockburn home, and see if you like anything.
Can you send us the address?
Yes, although they're looking for RSVPs. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna, while our soups are simmering, send you all the flyer and you can just RSVP and then will send you the address. Is that okay?
And when I went there the last time, the pottery was beautiful. And it's a great time to kind of stock up on items that then you can provide as gifts for people. Beautiful vases and all sorts of interesting, distinctive, beautiful pieces.
Agreed. Thank you. All right, I'll send that to everybody on the call. Thanks, Betsy.
Betsy fell off. Where'd Betsy go? She vanished.
Wait.
I clicked on the wrong thing.
It's the Smithsonian Craft Show.
Joyce, it's so hard to hear you. Try it again. I know.
The Smithsonian Craft Show is at the National Building Museum.
Uh-huh.
And we raise money to give grants worth, almost $500,000 to the Smithsonian, and the Smithsonian is not just limited to Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
The Smithsonian is in Kenya. The Smithsonian is in Panama, Boston, New York. And it's really fun. There are 120 vendors and it's down at, so the National Building Museum is right across the street from the Metro. So anyway, please come.
So Joyce, I'm going to do an email to all of us now, and you can just reply all to that email and send us whatever flyer you've got on them. How's that?
Okay. All right.
Okay, good.
And Joyce, are you on the committee, the women's committee there at the Smithsonian?
Yes.
Do you know my friend Dion Woods Bell?
You know what? I remember meeting her at a meeting. Yeah. Oh yeah. But are you going to come, Betsy? No.
Sure.
Oh, that's the answer we want. It has.
It's a great show. It's like a lot of museum quality work. It's not your street fair kind of stuff. It's really remarkable.
True, but there are affordable pieces as well as the non-affordable. It's just it's very fun. We've got the Savannah School of Design. They always come and participate. It's artisanal. It's worth Saturday or Sunday. Actually, the preview night is Wednesday. I'm working on Thursday and Friday, but it's on until Sunday, and it's very worthwhile. So please come.
Joyce, why isn't your email popping up in my thing? What's your email?
I don't know. Joyce Martin 67 at Gmail. I don't know.
All right, yeah. Joyce Martin at 67 at Gmail.
Yep. Okay. Got to add the parsley.
I added about twice as much spinach. I got a whole box of baby spinach.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was going to add half because it says 6 ounces.
Yeah.
So I added half and then I added the other half and it looks good and it's not too much.
Wow, I know. Isn't it amazing how that stuff just shrivels right up and blends right in?
Yeah.
I love it. So bean heavy and spinach heavy. That's great. All right. Time to go for the lemons and the parsley, and then we're out of here. How's everyone doing? Except for Betsy, who's still like picking out celery, right? You're moving and improving. All right, is anybody tasting theirs yet and putting on final touches? Julie, what'd you think? What did it need?
I think it's good. I had 2 big lemons, which I thought was enough, which is about half a cup. So maybe you could put a little more lemon. I don't know. It's good though.
Yeah, salt.
You could maybe add more. I don't know. I
You
don't
like
think
it the way it
too
is. Yeah.
salty. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good. I only added like 2 teaspoons of salt,
Okay.
but then people could add their own more. if they want.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Joyce
I didn't.
Martin, what do you think?
Oh. So did you use lemon zest, Deb?
I did. I zested 2 lemons and so far have put in 2 lemons worth of juice. I juiced and zested 2 lemons so
Oh.
far.
Okay, I'll try the zest. It tastes
Yeah.
good.
Good.
More chat. Okay.
The lemon zest is a good idea. How does that taste?
You don't taste it, it just adds to the lemony, although I'm going for my 3rd lemon. So even with the zest, I don't think 2 is enough.
I put in lemon zest from 2 lemons, and I did 2 large lemons and 2 small lemons.
Ah,
And it finally tastes like enough lemon.
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I did an extra can of beans too, so that might have required more lemon.
Yeah. I agree. More lemon rather than less. Makes a difference. Yeah.
this is a delicious soup. It's the first time I've made it, so I'm sorry I missed the other times. It's fantastic.
Oh, good.
I added chicken to mine though too, so.
Perfect. They recommended that. So good. I'm glad you like it. And so now you'll have a whole batch for yourself.
Yep.
Good, good, good. So there's a guy that we work with on the home setups. He's one of our truck drivers, and he is also a board member of Suited for Change, I think is the one. I think so. And he put out in our neighborhood listserv that, oh, I know, in our neighborhood, on our neighborhood listserv, people were asking for recommendations for Indian restaurants. And so everybody's saying which Indian restaurants they order from or they like to go to. And he got online and said, or another idea is every year I put a home catered Indian meal in as an auction item at the Suited for Change gala, which is at the end of May. And he said, if you want, you can join that auction online or come to our gala and win that. And then you'll have some of the best home cooked Indian food around. And I said, oh my God, that's fantastic, Jamshed. How about if we cook a soup with you? So he is going to be cooking a Parsi, not a soup, but kind of a stew. It's lentils and rice. And it's a very, very common, I think it's called kirshri or something like that. It's a very, very, very common Parsi dish that little kids and old people eat because it's got a lot of good, easy to eat, whatever food for you. And then they also serve it as a side with lots of other things. So we're going to cook Kishri, I think it is, Khichri, on May 15th with Jamshed, who is a delightful human being. And we'll get to hear about Parsi food, which I never understood was a thing, but it is. And I guess it's the Persians who emigrated to India. Am I right, Betsy? I think so, yeah. So anyway, a whole new experience waiting for us. So give it a try. I hope, Terry, maybe you'll be back by then, at least to tune in, if not cook. And then we'll, learn about a little bit about a Suited for Change, a lot about the Parsis and their food. So that's a new one we've got on board. And then I don't know if many of you saw that we're going to be doing some Cuban cooking. We'll cook up black beans, either black beans and rice or black bean soup together on Monday, May 22nd, but then on Saturday, June 3rd, 10 days later, our guest Cuban chefs will be cooking arroz con pollo with us. So hopefully you'll do that. And they're going to talk to you while they're online both those days about the Silver Spring Urban District people who keep Silver Spring not only clean, but hospitable and welcoming. And that's who we're going to ask people to donate their extras to for the Cuban cooking. That's his favorite charity or favorite people to support.
So I wonder if Jamshed would also do a meal that KindWorks can bid on, a separate one.
What a fun thing. You mean for Suited for Change or for
No, for a fundraiser for KindWorks.
I don't want to double tap him, but that's very kind of you. And I bet he will, but maybe we'll ask him in the fall or something. Let's see if we love him as much as I think we're going to. And if, he wants to cook more with us, we'll see. But good idea. Thank you.
I looked ahead at some of the future recipes and the one that Jamshed's doing. Do you think all those things would be in a regular grocery store?
Mostly, yeah. It's red lentils, which we've all gotten
that's easy.
before, and the rice. There were a few weird ingredients that he's
Mm.
kind of made easier for us. So double check. And you might have looked at it
Yeah.
before when it was I kind of like
Oh.
having the Indian names. He's made it a little easier now. What was weird still?
Okay.
Like what one of them here or something, he said, no, that's turmeric. You don't have to call it here. So it might be easy.
Okay, look at it
But
again.
I think we can mostly get it. But Julie, right on Old Georgetown Road at about St. Elmo, there is a Indian kind of grocery store that has probably all this stuff.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so they opened one close by. So that's what we've got coming up. Everybody good? Hopefully I'll see you guys at the pottery sale. Terry, hopefully I'll hear from you that everything's good. Make someone tell us you're okay, all right? That'd be great.
What time does the pottery sale begin?
4:30. It's like drop-in anytime between 4:30 and 7 on Sunday.
Okay, perfect.
All right, and Joyce, hopefully we'll see you at the Smithsonian on Thursday or Friday. Okay, everybody have a great week.
Or
Thanks for cooking with me.
Thanks a lot.
Bye all.